The very first video I made on this channel was, will Brian Flores work in Miami? And if you've seen that video, you'll know that I wasn't that high on him. I thought it was just kind of another one of those former Patriots coaches that they try to be the next dynasty and bring in the New England system and it doesn't work and blah blah blah. And I also had that conspiracy that Stephen Ross and Chris Greer only brought him in for this year as sort of like a fill-in coach. You can say what you want, but the clear plan for the Dolphins in 2019 was to just rebuild. So I thought they would try him out, and obviously if he worked, it did, but I think that they had a plan to just kind of see if he could bring in a type of New England system, and once they fully rebuilt, they'd hire kind of a more offensive-minded coach since they kind of do a lot better in today's NFL. And even if that was the case, I have to admit that I was definitely too low on Brian Flores. Now, we definitely, I don't want to say that I was completely wrong on him yet, because we still went 5-11, but I do think I'm more likely to be wrong about him than right, which I'm so happy to say that. And there's a few things I've noticed about Brian Flores that make me so excited to have him as our future head coach. A lot of people say that the Dolphins waste so much talent after seeing what Ryan Tannehill, Kenyon Drake, Micah Fitzpatrick, and so forth have done this season, but I actually think that there's a lot of people that aren't noticing that there's current Dolphin players that are doing a lot better under Brian Flores. How about Devontae Parker? He's finally breaking out. Mike Gesicki, he stepped up. Preston Williams and Nick Needham have played well as undrafted rookies. And even Ryan Fitzpatrick. To me, he went from inconsistent to just flat out good this year. He knows how to use talent, and I'm excited to see what he can do with the future draft picks and trades we bring in here. And the other thing I know about him, he is a winner. At the beginning of the year, they sort of just had to stick with the plan that they had to lose games to get a high first round pick, blah blah blah, you know what it was. But eventually Brian Flores said, you know what, screw this, I'm tired of losing, I did not come here to lose. I don't care about draft picks, I don't care about tanking, all those narratives, we want to win games. And that's what they did. The players started to perform so much better, and the Dolphins were pretty impressive at the end of the season, with two notable wins being especially impressive. One was at home, but it was still a very fun upset to the Philadelphia Eagles, and of course the other one being to the Patriots in Foxborough, costing them a first-round bye. His former team also. And now it seems like the players have really bought into it. They're all hyped going into 2020, and now free agents actually want to come down here and play. No one wants to play for a team who doesn't care about winning. Why do some fans think that? Or they just don't even think about it. A lot of fans think that them ruining the tank is kind of going to cost them Tua or whatever. Listen, it's likely that he falls to number 5 anyway, and we won more games than expected this year. So why are some of the fans mad? I have a video on why I don't think they should draft Tua, but that's besides the point. I think he's also brought in what the Dolphins needed the whole time. Competition. That's what makes players better. Players are literally fighting for their jobs. It brings the best out of them. Flores has brought in everything we've always needed down here in Miami. Now it's time to use it. It's going to be a fun offseason, and I trust that Flores can make the right moves in it.